What if I told you that a car with 1,500 horsepower, capable of 261 miles per hour, costs $3 million, and Bugatti still loses money on every single one they sell? The Bugatti Chiron is the most extreme production car ever made, and the engineering behind it is absolutely insane. But here's what nobody tells you about this hypercar. Wait until you see what I reveal at minute 12. Before we hit 261 miles per hour, if you're obsessed with hypercars or just fascinated by extreme engineering, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. I'm breaking down the complete Chiron story. The unbelievable technology, the shocking costs, why it exists, and whether any car is worth $3 million. The revelation at minute 13 will absolutely blow your mind. Let's go. The Bugatti Chiron. The successor to the legendary Veyron, the Chiron was unveiled in 2016 as the ultimate expression of automotive excess. The core stats. Engine, 8.0-liter quad-turbocharged W16. Power, 1,500 horsepower, base, up to 1,600 horsepower, supersport. Torque, 1,180 lb-ft. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 2.3 seconds. Top speed, 261 miles per hour, electronically limited, 304 miles per hour, supersport 300 plus. Price, $3 million base, up to $5 million plus for special editions. Production, 500 units planned, all sold out before production started. But here's what makes the Chiron truly special. It's not just about the numbers. It's about engineering a car that can cruise comfortably at 250 miles per hour, then take you to dinner in absolute luxury. The variants. Chiron, base 1,500 horsepower, 500 made. Chiron Sport, lighter, sharper, 60 made. Chiron Super Sport, 300 plus, 1,600 horsepower, 304 miles per hour, 30 made. Chiron Per Sport, track focused, 60 made. Chiron Profile, one-off final edition. Various special editions and customizations. By the end of this video, you'll understand what makes the Chiron possible, why Bugatti loses money on each one, who actually buys them, and whether this represents the peak or the end of the IC hypercar era. Let's start with the engineering masterpiece under that gorgeous body. The heart of the Chiron is one of the most complex engines ever put in a production car. The W16 configuration. This is an AV16. It's a W16. Essentially two narrow-angle V8s sharing a single crankshaft. The layout. For banks of 4 cylinders. 2-cylinder banks per V, 2 versus total. 90-degree angle between the two V sections. Incredibly compact for a 16-cylinder engine. Why W16? Bugatti needed massive displacement and massive power. Options. V12. Not enough cylinders for 1,500 horsepower naturally. V16. Too long, impossible to package. V8 with huge turbos. Could work, but Bugatti wanted smoothness. W16. Perfect balance of compactness and cylinder count. The specifications. Displacement, 7,993 cubic centimeters, 8.0 liters. Bore x stroke, 86 millimeters x 86 millimeters, square configuration. Compression ratio, 9.0 to 1, low due to turbocharging. Redline, 6,700 revolutions per minute, conservative for longevity. Power output, 1,500 horsepower at 6,700 revolutions per minute, base Chiron. Torque output, 1,180 lb-ft from 2,000 to 6,000 revolutions per minute. The turbocharging. For turbochargers, 1 per cylinder bank. This is critical. The system. For independent turbos, not sequential. 2-stage turbo control system. Maximum boost, 2.5 bar, 36 psi. 60,000 liters of air per minute at full throttle. Enough to completely fill a phone booth every second. Cooling requirements. The engine produces massive heat. Bugatti solution. 10 radiators total. 3 engine radiators, 2 charge air coolers, 1 AC condenser, 1 transmission oil cooler, 1 engine oil cooler, 1 differential oil cooler, 1 hydraulic oil cooler. Water pump. Circulates 800 liters per minute. Airflow, 60,000 liters per minute through the car. At full throttle, the Chiron consumes one tank of fuel, 100 liters, in approximately 9 minutes. That's 11 liters per minute. The fuel pump delivers fuel at 240 psi. The transmission. 7-speed dual-clutch transmission custom-built by Ricardo. Dry clutch design, unusual for this power. Can handle 1,180 lb-ft of torque. Shift times. Under 100 milliseconds. Weighs approximately 180 kilograms. The durability. Here's what's incredible. This engine is designed to survive repeated full-throttle runs without failure. Bugatti tests each engine. 10+ hour dynamometer runs. Multiple simulated top speed runs. Thermal cycling tests. Endurance validation. The engine has a theoretical rebuild interval of 50,000 miles, though most Chirons will never see that. The sound. The W16 at full throttle produces approximately 110 decibels. It's not as loud as some naturally aspirated supercars, but the sound is unique. A complex, multi-layered roar, unlike anything else. The cost. Estimates suggest each W16 engine costs Bugatti approximately $150,000 to $200,000 to manufacture. It's hand-assembled by a team of 20 technicians over several days. Making a car go fast is easy. Making a car go 261 miles per hour safely and comfortably is one of the hardest engineering challenges in automotive history. The aerodynamics. At 261 miles per hour, aerodynamics are everything. Drag coefficient. Chiron. 0.38 CD. Normal mode. Top speed mode. 0.44 CD. Rear wing lowered. Optimized for speed. That 0.38 CD is shockingly bad compared to modern electric cars. Tesla Model S. 0.208 CD. But there's a reason. Downforce versus drag. The Chiron generates significant downforce at high speeds. Normal mode. Moderate downforce. Moderate drag. Top speed mode. Minimize downforce. Rear wing retracts. Minimize drag. At 261 miles per hour, even in top speed mode, the Chiron experiences approximately 3,600 pounds of aerodynamic drag, equivalent of towing a large SUV. Requires 1,500 horsepower just to maintain speed. The physics. Overcoming aerodynamic drag follows a cubic relationship. Doubling speed requires 8x the power. 130 miles per hour requires 375 horsepower. 200 miles per hour requires 900 horsepower. 261 miles per hour requires 500 horsepower. This is why the Chiron needs 1,500 horsepower. Most of it fights air resistance. Tire technology. At 261 miles per hour, the tires are the limiting factor. Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2. Custom developed exclusively for Chiron. Size. 285/30 20 front. 355/25 21 rear. Speed rating. 261 miles per hour. 420 kilometers per hour. Centrifugal force at 261 miles per hour. Each tire experiences approximately 300 G. Cost. $42,000 per set. Lifespan at top speed. Approximately 15 minutes before structural failure. Bugatti recommends replacing tires after any top speed run. Most owners never push them that hard. Braking. Stopping from 261 miles per hour requires extraordinary braking force. The system. Carbon ceramic brakes, standard. Front. 420 mm discs, 8 piston calipers. Rear. 400 mm discs, 6 piston calipers. Braking distance from 261 miles per hour. Approximately 1,700 feet, over 1/3 mile. Rear wing acts as air brake, creating 1,200 pounds of additional drag. The top speed run process. Bugatti doesn't just hand you the keys and say go fast. Here's the actual process. Pre-run inspection. Mechanics check every system. 2 hours. Special key. Insert the top speed key. Limit speed to 261 miles per hour in normal key mode. Top speed mode activation. Hold button for several seconds. Hydraulic system. Lowers car to minimum ride height. Rear wing. Retracts to minimize drag. Run window. Must achieve speed within specific time frame. Post-run inspection. Check tires, brakes, systems, 1 hour. Total cost per top speed run, $20,000 to $30,000 in maintenance and tire replacement. The 304 miles per hour record. The Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus achieved 304.773 miles per hour in 2019 with professional racing driver Andy Wallace. Modifications. Increased power to 1,600 horsepower. Long-tail body for reduced drag. Modified aero. Removed mirrors. Optimized underbody. Special Michelin tires rated for 310 plus MPH. This remains the fastest production car ever measured, though only 30 were made, and they're limited to 273 miles per hour for customer safety. The Chiron isn't just fast, it's a luxury grand tourer. Let's explore what $3 million buys you inside. The materials. Leather. Full aniline, leather throughout. Hand-stitched by master craftspeople. 16 different leather hides per car, each hide inspected for imperfections. Over 40 hours of hand-stitching per car. Metal. Machined aluminum components. Some pieces from solid aluminum blocks. Mirror-polished finishes. Anodized or painted details. Carbon fiber. Visible carbon fiber throughout. Hand-laid, not molded. Multiple finish options. Glossy, matte colored. The craftsmanship. Each Chiron interior requires 3 to 4 weeks to complete. 5 master craftspeople working full-time. Over 300 hours of hand labor. Custom color matching for every detail. Customization. Through Bugatti's Sur-Measure program, buyers can customize virtually everything. Color options. Leather. Unlimited colors. Bring a sample. They'll match it. Stitching. Any color combination. Carbon fiber. Clear coat. Painted. Or custom finish. Personal touches. Owner's initials embossed. Custom embroidery. Personalized plaques. Unique interior patterns. One owner had their Chiron's interior match their yacht. Cost of customization. Additional $500,000. The technology. Despite the luxury, the tech is surprisingly dated. Infotainment. Small portrait touchscreen. Looks like it's from 2010. Basic navigation. Most owners use phone navigation. Bluetooth connectivity. Finally added in later models. Sound system. Good but not exceptional. Why outdated tech? Development started in 2012. By 2016 launch, it was already behind. And with limited production, updates are rare. The driving position. Seats. Heavily bolstered sports seats. Limited adjustability. Deliberately, they're optimized. Surprisingly comfortable for long distances. Not as comfortable as Bentley or Rolls-Royce. Supportive enough for track driving. Visibility. Surprisingly good for a supercar. Large windscreen. Decent side visibility. Rear visibility is poor, but there's a camera. Steering wheel. Small diameter. Sport-oriented. Flat bottom. Minimal buttons. Bugatti prefers clean design. Paddle shifters. Perfectly positioned. The driving experience. Here's what shocks people. The Chiron is comfortable at normal speeds. Daily drivability. Ride quality. Firm but not punishing. Noise levels. Quiet at cruise. 70 dB at 70 miles per hour. Visibility. Better than most mid-engine exotics. Climate control. Works well. Storage. Small trunk. Some cabin storage. The contradictions. The Chiron is a car of contradictions. Capable of 261 miles per hour, yet comfortable at 30 miles per hour. 1,500 horsepower, yet docile in traffic. $3 million price, yet has a $40 infotainment system. Built for speed records, yet most will never exceed 150 miles per hour. One owner described it. It's a guided missile that can also take you to brunch. Here's the shocking truth. Despite charging $3 million per car, Bugatti reportedly loses money on each Chiron. The cost breakdown. Manufacturing costs per car, estimated. Engine and transmission, $200,000. Carbon fiber monocoque chassis, $300,000. Body panels and aero, $150,000. Suspension and brakes, $100,000. Interior and customization, $200,000. Wheels and tires, $50,000. Electronics and systems, $100,000. Assembly labor, $150,000. Total direct costs, $1, $250, $0,000. Development costs, amortized. Total Chiron development, $1 billion. Divided by 500 units, $2 million per car. Per car development, $2 million. Total cost, $3,250,000 per car selling price. $3 million loss per car, minus $250,000. But wait, some Chirons cost more. Special editions, Super Sport 300 plus, per Sport, sell for $3.5 to $5 million. These are profitable. Why does Bugatti do this? The Volkswagen Group strategy. Bugatti is owned by Volkswagen Group. The Chiron serves multiple purposes. 1. Technology laboratory. Innovations developed for Chiron trickle down. Carbon fiber manufacturing techniques. Turbocharging efficiency. Thermal management. Materials science. 2. Brand halo effect. Bugatti's existence makes the entire VW group seem more prestigious. Elevates Porsche. Adds credibility to Lamborghini. Creates aspirational association. Generates billions in free PR. 3. Engineering prestige. Attracts top engineering talent to VW Group. The best engineers want to work on projects like the Chiron. The customer base. Who actually buys Chirons? Demographics. Average net worth, $500 million to $5 billion plus. Average age, 45 to 65. Average car collection, 25-100 plus vehicles. Geography, 40% Middle East, 30% North America, 20% Europe, 10% Asia. Buyer profiles. The collector owns multiple Bugattis, treats them as art, rarely drives them. The enthusiast genuinely loves cars, actually drives the Chiron, participates in rallies and events. The status seeker wants the most expensive, most exclusive car, cares more about what it represents than driving experience. The investor buys as an appreciating asset, correctly. Some Veyrons have tripled in value. Ownership requirements. You can't just walk in with $3 million. Bugatti's vetting process. Existing relationship with brand, or strong introduction. Demonstrated car enthusiasm, not just wealth. Appropriate storage facilities. Brand ambassador potential. Likelihood of keeping car, not immediately flipping. Some billionaires have been rejected. The maintenance reality. Owning a Chiron costs far more than the purchase price. Annual service. Standard service, $25,000 to $35,000 per year. Major service. Every 4 years, $150,000 to $250,000. Tire replacement, $42,000 per set. Insurance, $50,000 to $150,000 per year. Storage, $10,000 to $50,000 per year, climate controlled. Total annual ownership cost, $150,000 to $300,000 just to keep it in the garage. So how does the Chiron stack up against other hypercars? The direct competitors. Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. Power, 1,600 horsepower, E85 fuel. Theoretical top speed, 330 plus MPH. Price, $3 million. Production, 125 units. Advantage, potentially faster, lighter, more exclusive. Disadvantage, less luxury, less refined. Hennessy Venom, F5. Power, 1,817 horsepower. Claim top speed, 311 plus MPH. Price, $2.1 million. Production, 24 units. Advantage, more power, American engineering. Disadvantage, unproven, less refined, new manufacturer. SSC Tuatara. Power, 1,750 horsepower. Claim top speed, 295 miles per hour, controversial. Price, $1.6 million. Production, 100 units. Advantage, lower price, claimed higher speed. Disadvantage, disputed speed records, less luxury. Pagani Huayra. Power, 764 to 827 horsepower, depending on variant. Top speed, 238 miles per hour. Price, $2.6 to $3.5 million. Production, 100 units, various versions. Advantage, arguably more beautiful, true automotive art. Disadvantage, slower, less powerful. The differences. Bugatti's philosophy. Proven performance, documented speed records. refinement and luxury, engineering validation, long-term durability, competitors' philosophy, maximum speed claims, lighter weight, more extreme, sometimes unproven. The legacy question: is the Chiron the peak of ICE hypercars? Arguments for yes. Electrification is coming. New emissions regulations. Impossible to justify W16 development costs in future. The Chiron may be the last of its kind. Arguments for no. New technologies allow more power. Hybrid hypercars can exceed Chiron's performance. Customer demand still exists. Bugatti is developing successors. The Chiron's place in history. The Chiron will be remembered as 1. Engineering pinnacle. The most complex, refined, extreme combustion engine hypercar ever mass-produced. 2. Speed king. Held production car speed record, 304 miles per hour variant. 3. Last of an era. Possibly the final purely combustion engine hypercar from a major manufacturer. 4. Automotive art. A rolling sculpture that represents the absolute limit of what's possible with internal combustion. The future. Bugatti has announced the Chiron's successor will be a hybrid. The W16 era is ending. Some stats. Still W16 engine. Added electric motors. Combined output. Likely 800 plus horsepower. Improved efficiency. Maintains Bugatti's philosophy. But it won't be the same. The Chiron represents combustion purity. Just engine, turbos, and transmission. Adding batteries and motors changes the character fundamentally. So after everything, is the Bugatti Chiron worth $3 million? The honest assessment. As pure transportation, absolutely not. A $200,000 Porsche Turbo S gets you to dinner just as effectively. As ultimate performance machine, not quite. Some competitors are theoretically faster or more extreme. As engineering marvel, absolutely. Nothing matches the W16's complexity, refinement, and validation. As investment, probably yes. Veyrons have appreciated significantly. Chirons likely will too, especially special editions. As automotive art, unquestionably. This is a masterpiece of design and engineering that will be in museums in 50 years. Who should buy it? You should buy a Chiron if net worth $100 million plus minimum. You genuinely appreciate automotive engineering. You own multiple properties with proper storage. You understand the ongoing costs, $200,000 plus per year. You want the ultimate expression of combustion power. The $3 million doesn't affect your lifestyle. You should not buy it if $3 million would strain your finances in any way. You're buying purely for status. You expect daily usability. You want the absolute fastest car. You prefer subtle luxury. The reality check. For 99.99% of people, the Chiron is completely inaccessible and unnecessary. A $100,000 Corvette Z06 delivers 90% of the performance for 3% of the price. But for the ultra-wealthy enthusiast who appreciates what the Chiron represents, the absolute limit of combustion engineering, wrapped in luxury, validated by records, it's worth every penny. My personal take. If I won $1 billion tomorrow, would I buy a Chiron? Honestly, probably not. I'd rather have 20 different amazing cars than one Chiron. But I'm so grateful it exists. The automotive world needs these extreme machines. They push boundaries, inspire engineers, and give us something to dream about. The Chiron is excess incarnate. And sometimes, excess is beautiful. The Bugatti Chiron, 1,500 horsepower, 261 miles per hour, $3 million, and one of the most extreme engineering achievements in automotive history. It's not perfect. It's not the fastest. It's certainly not practical or sensible, but it is extraordinary. In an era of electrification, regulation, and sensibility, the Chiron stands as a monument to the combustion engine. It's a W16 symphony, a carbon fiber sculpture, a 261 miles per hour luxury lounge. All 500 sold before production even started. Values are already climbing, and in 20 years, these will be priceless artifacts from the golden age of combustion power. The Chiron isn't just a car. It's the climax of over a century of internal combustion development. It's the answer to how fast, how powerful, how extreme can we make a road car? And the answer is, this fast, this powerful, this extreme. Direct-to-camera, passionate. So what's your take? Is the Chiron the greatest hypercar ever made? Or is it overpriced excess? Would you take a Chiron or 10 different supercars? Drop a comment below. I love debating these ultimate machines. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most extreme cars ever created, smash that like button and subscribe for more hypercar content. I've linked resources in the description, full specs, top speed run videos, owner reviews, and comparisons to other hypercars. Thanks for watching. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go dream about winning the lottery. See you in the next one.